with Sarah Nelson and DaNae Moore. Coach, just an opening statement, then we'll open it up for questions from the student athletes.
Well, I mean, obviously the first part of the second half was huge for us to build that cushion because we needed every last point of it down the stretch. I thought Northern Iowa really battled and did some different things defensively and kind of kept us out of the rhythm and did a really good job. And then Armstrong kind of got it going a little bit. You know, proud of our team for hanging in there. We talked about how you're going to win this game, you know, playing well on offense. You're going to win it defensively and rebounding wise, and I thought we did that. And our senior, who doesn't a lot of times get a lot of credit, you guys, she's just, you know, I knew she'd step up today, and I think she'll step up the next 2 days because she, you know, she approaches things the right way, and she's been a team player for 4 years, and she's contributed in ways that a lot of people don't see. And today, a lot of people saw how she contributed, and that's great. But you know, regardless of whether she scored 15 or not, she's a huge part of why we've had a pretty solid year with such a young team. And so anyway, I'm proud of our kids. We have a big challenge tomorrow, and we'll be ready.
Thanks, Frank. Questions for the student athletes?
Sarah, when they cut it into about 42-40, it was pretty tight, and you had some big baskets to save. What was the mood of the team when they had cut it down to 2 points? But what was it about your game and your performance you thought that enabled you to rally, answer?
I think everyone, just when things like that happen, everyone kind of gets a little bit on edge, but you have to understand that. I know Flan has told us before that, like, they're going to make runs, like that's the sport of basketball, like the other team will make a run, you'll make a run. And I know when he called that timeout when we were only up 2, I myself was kind of panicking, even though I probably shouldn't say that, but I know that he was like, guys, like we're still winning, we're okay, like we just got to focus in, get easy shots. And I know that I just got good passes, like Carly made great passes into the post, DaNae was making great passes into the post, and I just knew that we had to get a bucket and we had to score, so that was kind of the mentality.
DaNae, can you talk a little bit about what you're able to do on the offensive end in this game, a career day for you, and going into your last Missouri Valley Conference tournament here?
I always give all the contribution to all, like, my teammates. It's like we have so many good players on our team that I don't really need to come in and score 20 points a game or take 20 shots. It's like I do the other things, and when they go down and double Sarah, like it's my opportunity to hit that open shot. And I think that it's all the credit to my teammates, and when I am able to do that, great. I can't expect my shots to fall all the time, like all my other teammates' shots to fall all the time. So it's, even though it was a good day for me, but I'm not going to count on that. It's all the other things that I want to do that I can contribute to this team.
Jim, I'm sorry for walking in late and a few minutes of this, I apologize. But you guys went up by 15, it looks like they're rattled, and then it's like things flipped. What happened at that point?
I don't know. I'm not either one of these. You know, I mean, it's human nature to fight the fact that things are going great for us, and you know, games can flip in a couple possessions. And you know, Tanya did a good job of mixing defenses, and you know, we definitely dribbled too much. And when we talked about that we had to try to keep the ball off the floor against them, I thought we did a great job of that in our game in Cedar Falls a couple weeks ago. And I just thought, you know, part of it, we got a little tired with our starting 5. I probably squeezed the bench. I definitely squeezed the bench more in the second half, which, you know, contributed to, you know, more dribbling and less movement, and you know, and they guarded well, and KK got going. I thought she really, you know, said, I got to make some plays in transition, and she did. And she got a couple under Sarah's arms and went by us a few times, and those were big. And you know, and then you just feel the tournament pressure, I think, was part of it. I mean, I'm not going to lie either. As a coach, you're like, okay, you know, you change your approach as the team is coming back. And like Sarah said, I mean, I told our team at every time out, hey, we're still in good shape, but you know, sometimes when things aren't going well, it's hard to believe that. But I thought KK just driving the ball at the basket and finishing plays, and then what they did defensively to keep us off balance. And Rachel's a great matchup for Carly. She does a great job on Carly, and Carly, you know, couldn't get anything going, and you know, we need her to, you know, at crunch time to get anything going. And to Rachel's credit, she did she did a great job on her, and I think you saw that Carly, everything late was front rim, and that's a credit to Rachel and what she does defensively.
Questions for student athletes?
Apparently I went out of turn, sorry about that, Coach. But Sarah, once they made that big run in that second half, what kept you guys together? What allowed you guys to hold on to that lead?
I think a lot of it, I know that Flan has like told us that we're still winning and stuff, but definitely just like our leadership, like DaNae, I mean, I can't even explain like how proud we are of her. Like she's such a great leader, and she was right in there, and she's like, guys, come on, like she's the one who's been pushing us this entire season, and like we just have a really great leader in her, and I know that when she gets in and like gets inside like all of our heads, she's like, guys, we got this, we have confidence, we can do this. Like I know sometimes when I'm down, she comes up and she's like, you got this, like we're okay. And I just think that we're really good at like coming together as a team, and like we understand that the other team is going to make great runs, especially when you're playing such a good team like you and I. And I just think that we all just kind of, even after we came out of that timeout, we got together as 5 on the floor, and we were like, guys, we got this. We just got to put it possession by possession, stop after stop. Like we can't look forward to the end of the game. We got to look at this possession, then the next possession, then the next possession. So
when she went out with her 4th foul, who took charge?
I think that even though she wasn't on the floor, she kind of stepped in and talked to us a little bit. But I think that just kind of sometimes Carly and I will get at each other, and I'm like, Carly, you're one of the best players in the league. Like I know that she was struggling right now, and sometimes it can get in her head a little. But I always go up to her and I'm like, Carly, you're the best player in the league. Like we got this. We got to like do something. Like we got to step up. We got to make everyone else step up. And I think we just kind of sat down, and I stood in there, and I was like, guys, we got this. And I know Mackenzie was like possession by possession, and Carly was saying stuff too. So I think we just have leaders everywhere, and like we all respect each other so much. And so I think that everyone just making all their comments and giving input just helped us all come together.
Anything else for student athletes? Ladies, thank you. Coach, we'll ask you to stand for just a second.
Sure.
Additional questions for the coach?
Coach, what types of adjustments did you see you and I make defensively in this game from the previous 2?
Well, in film and even in our last game, and the last game was not just representative of the relative strengths. We're not however many points better than Northern. Like, we shot the ball really well, and they didn't. And you go back and you look at film and you say, well, geez, they had open shots, they just didn't make them. But they, just on film the last few weeks, they've junked it up defensively more. They've gone box and one. They've gone, they've played, they play their high 2-3, but then they've played more just regular 2-3. And I just thought they kept us off balance. And I thought they did a good job of doing that. And we don't necessarily have a true point guard. I mean, Carly's more of a wing player. Allie's a shooter, and so sometimes just getting us into something and being a little more structured is. I hope I'm not giving up a secret to beating us, but if you keep a team off balance defensively, especially one that doesn't have a true point guard or a veteran point guard, you have a chance to be successful, especially given that we weren't, we had some open threes and didn't make them, and so I think that was certainly a part of it. And then, like I said, just tournament tightness has a lot to do with it. I mean, you don't want to be the team that's up 15 and loses. I mean, you don't as a player and as a coach. And I mean, like I said, you'd be lying if you said that didn't cross your mind one time. Not that it's all you're thinking about, but I think as a player, you can say, like Sarah said, you can say possession by possession, but if you just missed a shot or you just gave up an easier basket than you want to give up, I think